So the Hellraiser reboot is something which has been long gestating. You guys would have heard rumours and rumblings about Clive Barker coming back to the Hellraiser franchise years ago. 5, 10, whatever. Many moons ago. It's been such a long gestating project that most people just thought it was never going to happen. Then last year, we started to get some movement on it. Some headway. Fantastic. We've got a Spyglass media group. We've got a company making it. We've got a writer. We've got a director. And then it sort of got tangled up. It got tangled up in the fact that Clive Barker sued for the rights back. And he actually won the rights back. Now, this is not to be mistaken for the Hellraiser HBO Max series, because that's something different. That is something which is alongside this. It's something which is separate, but it's still moving. Different people, different, minds working on it. And from what I can gather, that wasn't caught up in the rights deal. Well, not the rights deal. The lawsuit that Clive Barker sought to go up against. Now, interestingly enough, it looks like Clive Barker, although he's won the rights back, it's his again, it looks like he may have sold them straight back. Maybe. Potentially. We've got an update right now for the Hellraiser reboot, courtesy of Bloodydisgusting, and it's an interesting one. It's a really interesting one. One that I didn't think we would be getting, one that has absolutely caught me off by surprise. But Hulu, yes, Hulu, has acquired the Hellraiser rights, or at least the rights to distribute this movie. So not the actual rights, should I say. Sorry about that. But they're going to be releasing it. Now, this is not a huge surprise when you look into it, because Hulu were the ones that were working on Clive Barker's Books of Blood, if I remember rightly. So Clive Barker has a working relationship with Hulu. Now, what I believe has happened here, is that Clive Barker got the rights back and just went, right, there's something in the works. They've got money. They have a studio. They're ready to go. They've got a director, a writer, whatever. They don't have a distributor. Because they didn't. Spyglass Media Group had no one that was distributing this film. None at all, in fact. Now, Clive Barker walks in with the rights, contacts Hulu, someone that he's got a relationship with, and goes, I've got the rights back to Hellraiser. I'm gonna lease the rights back to this company, or at the very least they're just going to use what they're working on anyway. Can you distribute it? How much can I get? Cool, deal, sign there. Now that's what I think has happened. Logically, that makes a lot of sense. And there's no other actual update here, in fairness. Announced last spring, David Bruckner, who will see his festival hit the Night House, released this August through Searchlight, will bring upon the return of the Cenobites from a screenplay that reteams him with Night House's Ben Collins and Luke Piotrowski. That's it. That's what we knew anyway. But again, like I said, ladies and gents, what happened was Clive Barker sued for the rights, and he won them. It was pretty much it was a landmark case for these certain situations of rights lapsing. In fact, it's one of the cases which will probably be referenced moving forwards now in the rights deal with the original writers of Predator are suing Disney to get the rights back. Yeah, this will be one of those cases that is referenced in a court of law for Jim and John Thomas to get the rights back. Now, like I said, there's actually really nothing else here. David Bruckner's a good director, right? A good director. He did The Ritual. Fantastic film. Low budget, but fantastic film. Didn't get its wide release that it should have done. Really should have got its wide release, because that's a film that's very much worth watching. If you haven't watched it, do go and watch it. Really do. But no one else here. There's nothing else. Nothing new. Again, it references the the Hellraiser series on HBO Max with David Gordon Green, Michael Dougherty, Mark Verheiden. But that's it. That's it. Now, Spyglass, they do reference here the ones which are working on Scream. Nothing else, though. Nothing else at all. So, what do I think this is good? Do I think this is bad? Well, look, it's going to Hulu. Clive Barker, as much as he does have a working relationship with Hulu, it's not a good one. The Books of Blood were crap. Not very good at all. I long thought Clive Barker would actually... I firmly believe that Clive Barker would get the rights back and then just crush it. He would just not release anything. He'd either do one of two things. He would put it in the bin, choose to not do anything with it at all moving forwards, because he has long stated and proven in his own literary works that he doesn't like Hellraiser. It's one of those sort of maligned things in his life, his history. He doesn't like it. So I thought that he would actually bury it. Wrongly, because it seems that he's just taken the rights and gone, see you later, mate. Now, some people would say that that's actually bad. And why, I hear you say, why? You know, why is it bad that he's just selling the rights off, or the fact that he's sold them straight off again? Well, because, again, sold them off to Hulu. It's that sort of lack of care. It's the lack of direction. It's the fact that it's a reboot. Reboots are never good. They're usually creatively bankrupt. They're usually compared far too much to the first one. Clive Barker now involved in this very clearly. He will be an executive producer, no doubt. I'm surprised he hasn't been announced as one. Will have a hand in the story. If you've read the Scarlet Gospels, you'll see that has a hand in the creative aspect. It might not be good, but we'll see. Because he did obviously, you know, do the Hellbound Heart, which, side note, ladies and gents, I've done part 1. I've done my own audiobook to the Hellbound Heart, which you'll find linked above. Please do check that out. I think you guys will enjoy it. Part 2 coming up very, very soon. So I don't know whether I think this is good or bad at this point in time. I think a lot of things point to this being quite negative. Hulu is actually one of them. David Bruckner as a director is quite positive. The writers are fine, but David Bruckner being the director is actually quite positive. It's just a shame that Clive Barker's got the rights back, sold them straight back to the people that were involved in the reboot that he was making, and then he's gone, whatever. We'll just chuck it out on Hulu because that's a good distributor. Direct to streaming stuff, I think a lot of people have too much confidence in, and I don't think this will be that good. Because believe it or not, this was confirmed initially, believe it or not, in the original articles that were written about this, was that it would absolutely go to theatres. It was confirmed for theatres. And now it's chucked straight on streaming. And that's a shame. I'd love to see a Hellraiser movie at the movies. It'd be good fun. But it looks like, ladies and gents, we will not get that chance. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down below. To me, yeah, I don't think this is that positive. The HBO Max series was looking a little bit more positive, although that sort of just died at the moment. Again, that sort of remains to be seen on what's going to happen with that. Especially with Warner Media being sold to Discovery. But let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Also, if you've stayed this far and you're not a subscriber, I mean, you really should subscribe. You like the video that much. You stayed this far, and also give the thumbs up button a quick hit on your way out. For returning subscribers, check you're subscribed. But also in the description box, please do find a link to my second channel. I'd love to have you guys over there. Thanks so much, though. Take care.